It's day 2!
Yay!
Last night we got back from the karaoke at 12:15.
12:15ish.
It was really fun. It was a party. And Julian Richings' dancing was on point. So
We had
funny.
a lot of fun.
And Tim Odmanson, who plays Kane, and Osric Chow, who plays Kevin, showed up, and that was a party.
Oh yeah.
So karaoke was really fun. Stay for the whole thing. Carry on,
Wayward.
Yep.
Wayward Son.
Yep, that was so worth it. So fun. But today is our busiest day. This morning we had Ruth first. She was so funny.
She was very interactive with the fans. Like she walked all the way in the back and
And she
talked
gave
to people.
she gave people who asked her questions stuff like soap, shampoo from this hotel. But she's so funny. She live streamed us dancing, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. And I like how she was drinking tea because she was waking up just like the rest of us, and so she had funny moments where she was like, blah, blah, blah. And then after her was Timothy Odmanson, and he was really good. He was really funny, and he looks so fine. So fine. Man, his hair and his beard.
We talked about his hair for 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
We didn't really talk too much about Supernatural. Honestly,
Yeah.
we talked a lot about Psych and Gallivant. And he sang Hamilton. Okay. So apparently there's a video of him from a former con, like a past con, where he had sang You'll Be Back, King George's song. And so someone asked him if he could sing it again. And he did. And it was amazing. And he said it was Hamilton trash. And he said his kids knew all the words. And I was like, oh my goodness. It was so good. Oh my word.
Was freaking out.
Hamilton and Supernatural, oh my. Together, my heart just, so good. So good. And what else happened? That was funny.
I don't remember. Oh, they were singing a song about the rules and regulations.
Oh, yeah. So, like, the welcome from Rich and Rob in the morning. Richard had to remind us of the rules of, like, staying in your seat, and he let us video.
That was nice.
Yeah.
But I guess everyone does it anyway.
But Rob was trying to be patriotic, and so he was saying the rules and regulations in the tune of America the Beautiful. We know American history really well, and so Rich was talking for about 15 to 20 minutes, and so Rob and his other bandmates were still singing the rules and regulations, and he hadn't even gotten to the second rule. It was really funny. But I feel like there was something else funny that happened with Tim. He was good at telling stories. And I liked how he said that because there were younger people in the audience, he would keep it more appropriate. So I like that. It was gallant of him. I don't know. We talked about his hair. Talking about Broadway. But he was just entertaining, like the way he talked to the fans, and I think it's really cool how he and Rich knew each other for such a long time.
30 years.
Yeah. And then we watched the costume contest, which was okay. Honestly, I was just there to see if Misha would show up for the Castiel, but he didn't, sadly. But we'll see him
In a couple hours.
like 5. Yeah. And then, so the next panel is Osric, I
Yay.
think. So yeah, I'll see you after that. Ow. We're back
Hi.
on a break again. We just saw Osric Chow's panel and Mark Shepard's. Both, very different. Very different. I was in line to ask Osric a question, but then literally, I was the next person to go, and he turned and looked at me, and then he had to leave, and I was sad.
He had really long-winded answers. Like he
did.
just kept talking.
Which
Which is nice, but it's also sad for people who are waiting in line to ask a question, and he's not really saying anything new. He's kind of just fumbling for an answer.
But he was still great.
But
I
he
love
was
him.
still
He's
good,
so cute.
yeah.
I love him. And then Mark's, his snarkiness was So funny because people were like intimidated to ask him questions, and it was great. And he loves children.
He talked to maybe 1, 2, 3, 4,
A lot.
5, 6 kids.
Yeah, and
That's cute.
it was just interesting. The energy was really different with Mark than anyone else's, I think,
Definitely.
just because he is.
Girly.
Yeah, he's gentle and kind, but at the same time, he has such a dry sense of humor. It can seem a little scary, but he was really funny. And then, after his panel, we had to get changed. I changed into my "You Are Not Alone" shirt, and then she changed into her Rich and Rob
Yep.
campaign
For the
shirt. And then the band came out, and I said, "Hi, Rob," and he said, "Hi," and he looked at me, and he saw me. He knows I exist, and it was great. But then we kept walking.
We should have waited.
We didn't talk to the rest of the
We should have
band.
said, I'm looking
So
forward to the concert
sad.
tonight, or hi, my name is Rachel.
I know, and Mark
could've
Shepard looked at us.
And
But we were gone.
Yeah.
So sad.
We missed the moment, but hopefully we'll.
AK, right now we're gonna stalk
Good.
them. But that was pretty cool though, just to see them randomly. It was good.
Yeah.
But now the auction is going on, basically where people spend
More money?
more money on pictures of Jared and Jensen shirtless on pillows and stuff. So
I
we're
think they're
gonna-
selling the banners that are on the front, too.
Yeah, so we're gonna check that out, and then Rich, Rob, and Matt. Hopefully Matt, he hasn't been here, have a panel, and then Misha. So we'll see you after that. But we need to fill you in on the rest of Saturday. So the next panel after, I don't even remember which one it was marked. Oh, after the auction was Richard, Rob's, and Matt's panel, and it was pretty funny. They basically told jokes and told crazy stories.
Yep, it was good.
It was really funny, and I was so happy to see Matt. He's so handsome, and yay. It was really funny. And then came Misha. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. West came, which was
So cute.
awesome, but they realized that since West came, they had to tone down the panel and make it more appropriate. But honestly, I think it made it more intimate because basically Misha was in dad mode and he was allowed to relax more, I think, instead of full energy telling jokes all the time. Not that he wasn't funny, he was funny, but and West was just all over the place.
He was all over the stage.
Yeah, crawling over things and then someone in the back room gave him a ball, so he was chucking a ball into the audience repeatedly, and that was pretty fun. And he was a pretty good throw, so it's pretty great. But Misha said he was nervous a lot, and he kept looking back at West and stuff. And well, honestly, I think West pretty much stole the show.
Yeah.
So he was so cute. And then there's a moment where West wanted sugar, and it was pretty different. But I liked it better that way. And then, yeah, so then at the end of that, though, because a couple of things that had happened, that just interactions between him and us, I was just like, done. Okay, sorry, we had to move for a second. The lighting was weird. But anyway, so at the end of Misha's panel, I was literally crying into Rachel's arms because I was like, I can't meet this man. I was losing it basically. And Rachel basically calmed me down, and it was great. And then I stopped crying, and then I had Osric's autograph, which was one of my favorite moments of the entire con because it was just really, really happy. It was really good. But I'll explain more of that in our other video. But yeah, so then I had Osric's autograph, and then we had our photo ops with Misha. That was an interesting story. Why don't you tell some of it? Because, yeah.
Okay, so we were standing in line for Misha's photo ops, and basically Sarah had a panic attack, anxiety
Yep.
attack, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
She was just,
It was bad. So we had to get out of line a little bit, and then I tried to calm down and crying again. But it wasn't because it wasn't because of the celebrity to fan thing. It was just
The personal encouragement he has
like,
provided.
what do you even do? What do you say to someone who has done so much for you? And also, it's the photo op, so you only get 5 seconds, so you pretty much only see them. But then you're like, I am not worth to be in your presence, and it was blah, blah, blah. But then we went in, and we survived. It was good. I got a hug with him first, and I was pretty much crying into his shirt. So you don't really see my face, I don't think. But
Yeah, you a little bit. Like,
but he gives really good hugs. It was really stable, and I made me calmer, and I don't know, I could just feel, I don't know, it's, yeah, okay. And then we had a pose. This is actually a pose that came up in a dream that I had. So, and we didn't want to do the awkward side hug, so we were trying to think of things to do, and then a few days before the con I had a dream where we got our photo out with Misha and we had this pose, so I asked him to dip Rachel while kicking me, and it turned out really well. We'll show it to you in our next video, but it was,
I really like it.
it was great, yeah, I really liked it too. And then after that, we got our autographs with Mark and Matt, and they were really nice. I wasn't nervous to talk to them at all, and it was really fun just to, say hi, how you doing, and Rachel
That was basically it. Always
no, but Rachel was funny with
yeah.
Mark because of your color thing.
Yeah, I printed off black and white pictures, and I brought colored Sharpies, but they aren't working. So they have black, gold, and silver Sharpies there at the table. And at the time, Mark was using black, and I said, "Can I request gold?" And he said, "No," and then he signed it.
You didn't even say it like that. You were like, "Can I have gold?"
Oh, really? I don't know.
You said it like, "No." You said
didn't mean
it in a confident yet snarky manner, and it was really funny. So he's like, "No."
I didn't mean it that way, but anyway.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I basically just said, "Hi, how are you?" He said, "Good. How are you?" I said, "Good." But then I congratulated on his daughter, and he said it was very kind, and it was really good. And meeting Matt was really nice because I really wanted to see Matt, so I basically said, well, actually, we both basically said it was our first con. He was like, "Welcome," and it was all good.
I didn't really have anything else to say to him, so I just said basically the same thing that you said.
But he was really nice. And then, and then I had
The autograph.
my autograph with Misha, and okay, so first of all, there were hundreds of people in line. So many. Like, we were down like 2 hallways waiting. And I was debating what to say because I was like, well, he has hundreds of people to go through and he looks really tired. Oh, also, I forgot to say, before I got my Osric photo op, we saw Misha and West leave the photo op room, so we got to say, well, hi, well, really bye. And West was all like, nee, all smiley, and he said, he waved bye to me, but Misha looked really, really tired, and I felt bad. But, so we were waiting in line for half an hour, I think.
A while.
Yeah. So I was basically debating what to say, because he means a lot to me personally, but then I didn't want to, take up too much of his time, and I knew that he was already physically and emotionally exhausted. So I didn't really know what I was going to do, but I was relatively calm until
She started talking.
Until I was at his table, and then that was a mess. But I'll explain that later in the other video where we show you our autographs and whatnot, but it was, lots of crying. But it was worth it, but yeah, I will explain that later because it's a little bit of a long story. But then after that was Loud & Swain, and that was so fun. Go to the concert because it is so worth it, because they did a mix of their songs and covers, and all of it was so good. They were they're also talented musically, and just the energy was really good. And they're like the songs. Loud and Swain's songs were really, 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 really good. I got chills at about every song, and I felt just so happy and woo, it was so good. And we had a really cool moment where Rob sang the song about his mother, about when she had cancer, when she died when he was really young. And we all had these lights things that we were waving around, and basically he started to cry, and it was just a really special moment, and it was just a really good, you could feel the love around the room for both the people on the stage to us and us to them, and we really felt connected and it was just like a fun concert with your friends, and it was really, really worth it. And then we bought a couple of their albums, so we got them to sign it after the concert, and that was really fun. Because we had seen Rob previously in the hallways. We're like, hi!
Hi, and then leave.
He's like, sorry to say anything. And then, so we got to talk to all the people, and they were really nice, and they were really funny, and it was really good. And then we went to bed at 12:30.
Yay!
But it was, I think, one of my favorite days thus far, just because it was, I mean, obviously a lot more happened, but it was really good. But we will explain more later.
Mainly you.
And showing our photo ops and our other videos. So, goodbye.